coming to you with this breaking news. This just happened. So this filing just went through there. And this is the judge, Mariela Noriega, who had said, look, I can't sign off on this other thing, that plea agreement, which was pretty much a sweetheart deal, shall we say. She said, you guys have to go back to the drawing board. They did. They had a time span of about a month. They came back to her, and David Weiss said he is filing the forms to make sure that Hunter Biden is indicted. So he will now be, I mean, we got indictments everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, but in this particular case, this is warranted. This is for violating what's called Title 18. That would be the firearms as well as the tax charges that are in there. I don't see anything on the illegal foreign lobbying. That's the biggie. Let's be very, very clear. That's the biggie. And in the original agreement, don't forget, in the original agreement, they had some provision in there. This was the really weird thing that would have enabled Hunter Biden to get off scot-free in the event the government found anything out. So in other words, he went around, did all this illegal foreign lobbying because you have to actually be registered. And by the way, you do have to pay your taxes. And by the way, if your dad is the vice president of the United States of America, there may be some actual problems with you doing what you did. But he just didn't register. He didn't bother to do that. He didn't bother to pay his taxes. And it went out and spent the money on all kinds of things. We're going to get to that in a second. And now, well, the chickens are coming home to roost, as they say. So again, taking a look at the information just filed there with the court, we've learned that David Weiss, the special prosecutor in charge of investigating Hunter Biden, is coming forward with this indictment. My only disappointment is that it's not for the foreign lobbying. That still needs to happen. Like we cannot ignore that. In the old deal, remember the old plea deal, the judge didn't sign off on it because she would have actually been signing off on a provision that would have prevented anybody from going back and saying, hey, buddy, this was not legal what you did. So that's still not there. And to me, that's the big kahuna. I mean, hey, listen, it's not great that the guy whose dad is out there saying, hey, I'm everyman Joe, and everybody should pay more taxes. His own son, who's making millions off of his dad's position, doesn't pay his taxes. That's pretty bad, right? And anybody else would go to jail for that. That's what happens when you don't pay your taxes. The IRS comes and gets you and you go to jail. And then, of course, the having a firearm and getting the firearm while being addicted to illegal substances, that's also a big, big crime. So he was going to get this sweetheart deal, and then buried within the sweetheart deal was that, if they ever want to go after him for this foreign lobbying, well, they can't. Well, this is a bit of a problem, shall we say. I mean, let's go back for a moment to about a month ago when he got the plea deal, right? And he was like, riding high. He went and hung out at the White House, took his whole family there. The staff apparently didn't know, but it's relevant because don't forget, they found that cocaine in the White House right at the same time that Hunter was visiting. Anyway, Karine Jean-Pierre, she came out just a day after the plea deal was struck, that sweetheart deal. And she was trying to brush this off like it's a personal thing, it's a personal thing, it's a personal thing. Because again, everybody's getting back to what else is there. Because I guarantee you, it's not just the firearm. It's not just the taxes. It's something else much bigger. Here's Karine back then.
I wanted to ask about the president's reaction to the legal developments yesterday and with the initial plea deal for his son appearing to fall apart.
So look, I'm really not going to say anything more than what I shared yesterday. This is a personal matter for Hunter Biden. This is, a personal issue. And as you know, this has been done in an independent way by the Department of Justice. It has.
Forgive me, that was actually after the whole thing fell apart. So initially when it all happened, it was like, rah, rah, hooray. In fact, Hunter was in such good spirits that he actually showed up at a White House state dinner the very next day. They're hanging out with, they were honoring the Prime Minister of India, and he's rubbing elbows with everybody, probably looking for more work, frankly. I mean, this is what this guy has subsided himself on, right? Like he has made millions of dollars off of his dad's position. We can go back to the 11 million made off of Ukraine. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.